If you're not familiar with flavonoids, they are beneficial plant compounds that are part of a larger group of plant molecules called polyphenols, which I think are one of nature's greatest gifts to our health. You consume flavonoids every day when you're eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, enjoying a piece of dark chocolate, or drinking tea or coffee. Flavonoid consumption matters because they support so many biological systems in the body, and at the top of the list is how they boost our antioxidant defense to reduce oxidative stress and work to promote a healthier inflammation response in the body, both key to healthy aging and longevity. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the NatureCity Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Pradelli. I'm also the CEO and co-founder of the company, having started NatureCity over 20 years ago with my wife, Beth, and since then it's been our privilege to have served over 500,000 Americans by offering them the best supplements we can make. Today, we're going to be discussing a dietary hack that may help us live longer and healthier, extending what's being called our health span. Recently, university researchers from the United Kingdom and Australia published a study in the journal Nature Food that highlighted the importance of flavonoid consumption from the foods we eat. If you're not familiar with flavonoids, they are beneficial plant compounds that are part of a larger group of plant molecules called polyphenols, which I think are one of nature's greatest gifts to our health. You consume flavonoids every day when you're eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, enjoying a piece of dark chocolate, or drinking tea or coffee. Flavonoid consumption matters because they support so many biological systems in the body, and at the top of the list is how they boost our antioxidant defense to reduce oxidative stress and work to promote a healthier inflammation response in the body, both key to healthy aging and longevity, as you may know. Here's what made this new study so interesting and different from others. It not only linked the quantity of flavonoids being consumed to a longer lifespan and better health, that's been shown before, the researchers also identified another important trend in the data, which is the diversity of the types of flavonoids you consume may be even more important and yield better outcomes than just the total number of milligrams you get in a typical day. We'll break down what this means and also tie it back to how these findings can help guide you when making choices about dietary supplements you take. Let's start with a little background information on this study. The researchers analyzed data from about 125,000 adults between the ages of 40 and 70 years old, whose diets and health were tracked for about 10 years as part of the UK Biobank initiative. Now, previous observational studies like this one have found that consuming at least 500 milligrams to 600 milligrams a day of flavonoids was associated with better longevity and health over time. In this study, the researchers classified the 125,000 participants into 5 groups depending on their daily flavonoid intake, from highest intake to lowest intake. Those in the group with the highest flavonoid intake averaged about 1,400 milligrams per day, with the lowest group averaging just 233 milligrams per day. The average for the entire group, all 125,000 folks, was about 792 milligrams of flavonoid intake daily, which sounds like a good number, and it is, with one caveat. About 67% of the flavonoids were from just one source, black or green tea. This matters because flavonoids from different food sources support different areas of our health. For example, the catechin flavonoids in tea are great for supporting certain aspects of immune health, where certain berries may be good for heart and artery health, and the flavonoids in other fruits may be very helpful for brain health and cognitive function, and so on. This led the researchers to investigate the importance of the diversity of the food sources providing the flavonoids, not just the total amount. For example, if a participant was getting 1,000 milligrams of flavonoids daily, was it relevant to health outcomes if they came from 5 sources or 12 sources? After analyzing the data, the research team concluded that the optimal scenario for health and lifespan was high flavonoid intake from a very diverse group of food sources, which makes logical sense because that combination can give your body the greatest protection support. When looking at factors like reducing the risk of mortality from all causes, i.e. death, and other health conditions relating to heart, blood sugar, and immune health, the researchers found that the combination of high flavonoid intake from diverse food sources was associated with an up to 20% improvement in health outcomes during the course of the study. You may be thinking, well, maybe those eating a lot of flavonoids is just a reflection that they had healthier diets and lifestyles, which is why they live longer. There's definitely some truth to that, but one of the advantages of having a large data set of over 125,000 adults is the researchers can stratify and segment the data to try to account for such variables. And that's what they did in this study, making adjustments for factors like demographics, lifestyle, diet, and medical history. Even after these adjustments, the trends were the same, particularly when it came to the benefits from the diversity of flavonoid intake. Those with greater flavonoid intake from diverse food sources exhibited better health and lived longer on average. This data aligns with how we've advised clients to think about the supplements they take. For example, instead of taking mega doses of a single botanical or even a vitamin, we suggest taking scientifically studied doses of a variety of fruit and plant extracts to get the most from what you invest in supplements. Like with dietary intake, we believe it's better to give your body many different types of flavonoids, polyphenols, and other beneficial plant compounds because they work in different ways. In our view, this diversity strategy offers the greatest potential to bolster your health because you're supporting numerous areas of your body instead of a few. A great example of this philosophy is our Trueberry 7 drink powder formula. This product combines extracts from 7 high-potency berries and fruits, each packed with the flavonoids and polyphenols naturally found in those fruits. As important, we didn't pick these fruit ingredients and the dosages randomly. Each of the 7 key ingredients in Trueberry 7 offers scientifically studied benefits, supporting many key organs and health functions in our bodies. For example, we have a Sicilian grape extract from Italy, rich in flavonoid anthocyanins and proanthocyanidins, shown to promote cognitive function, memory, and better moods. The whole pomegranate powder from Spain offers blood pressure and artery health support while promoting joint health and muscle endurance. The amla fruit extract from India can help you maintain already healthy levels of each part of the cholesterol score, including triglycerides and LDL cholesterol. You want immune system support? The organic elderberry provides that. And that's just a small sampling of how the Trueberry 7 ingredients support many parts of your health. It's definitely one of my favorite products. If you want to find out more about Trueberry 7, we have a lot of ingredient information at NatureCity.com, and please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. That's it for this week. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see future episodes, or listen to us on your favorite streaming service or on Apple Podcast and Spotify. This is Carl Pradelli, and I'll see you next week.